Welcome everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on successful tips that you can use to have a engaging, interactive online learning environment. This channel is all about providing educators and teachers with the tools to create these engaging and interactive online learning environments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these tips. The first tip that you can implement in your online learning environment as an educator is time management. It can be a lot for you to create an engaging and interactive online learning environment, so you want to make sure that you're managing your time wisely. And you might think that this is like minuscule, or you're like, well, I'm already good at time management, but you want to make sure you're writing these things down and making sure that you're blocking out time to do each step or work on different things. It's not going to be something that you're going to complete in one day, so you want to make sure that you're working on your course every day. It takes implementation. It's gonna take time for you to get this done. Making sure that you're blocking out time each day to work on different things within your course is going to help you set a schedule and complete your course. Even if this is something that you're doing as your course is already going, you can still set out time each day to create improvements as you get feedback from your learners. The second tip that I would advise is to work on your technical skills. I know that technology is hard. As a technologist, technology is hard for me. Sometimes it takes me a while to learn a technology, or it takes me multiple tries to understand a type of technology. Just as you have to learn new applications, new programs, I have to do the same. So I understand your pain. I really do. We're here. You have to set aside time to get to learn and understand these applications. If you try to implement applications where you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to explain to your learners how to use it, you're just going to create more problems within your online learning environment. It's going to create a kind of disengaged learner because they're going to be discouraged if you can't help them use the technology that you're trying to implement. So it is very imperative that you take time to brush up on your technical skills. And if you are tech savvy, awesome, great, you're going to continue to learn. But if you're not tech savvy, you want to make sure that you get those skills. See if there's any courses or anything that's offered or covered by your educational institution that's going to help you brush up on those. Technical skills can go from just learning how to work different types of computers or knowing the basics if your learners are having internet issues, things like that. So they don't have to be real technical savvy skills, but you can just learn the basic technical skills in order to get your learners through day-to-day problems, or at least knowing where to direct them if there are issues that arise. The next tip I have for you is communication. So making sure that you are communicating with your learners throughout your online learning course. You can communicate with your learners where you're at in the process. Being open and transparent, it bridges like a connection with your learners because you're in an online learning environment. So if you're letting them know, I'm working things out, I want to try this, I want to try this, or asking your learners, do they have any technology applications that they think that would be beneficial to the course, or anything that they've used in the past. They will let you know. It makes it easier for them to kind of come to you with issues if they're having them, even with personal issues that might be affecting their learning. It kind of helps them know that you're transparent and that you're being completely honest with them. And as learners, we all love vulnerability. It might be something that you're not okay with, but you don't have to be totally vulnerable. Just showing a little bit of vulnerability helps the learners know that, hey, this is a real person that's teaching this course. Hey, they're not perfect, so I'm not gonna hold myself to an expectation of being perfect. And I know that if I need to come and speak with them or anything, they're gonna be open to it because they're gonna understand my pain and frustration. Another tip for creating a successful online learning environment is going to be to put yourself in your students' shoes. So as you're implementing technologies, as you're implementing modules, whatever you're implementing in your online course, you want to go through and read it as if you are the student, the learner, because you want to make sure that you're implementing things that are understandable to that learner's level. So if you have multiple courses, if you're in K through 12, if you teach multiple grades, you want to make sure that you are differentiating the level that you are implementing these technologies and courses to fit each grade level. If you are in higher education, if you have multiple levels that you teach at, you want to make sure that the technologies that you're implementing are sustainable and they are appropriate for each level of the course that you're teaching, if you're teaching multiple sections of the same course. Also, you want to make sure that you are going through and trying the applications as if you were the learner. So if you need to sign up for an application or create an account, you want to make sure that you're going through that step by step as if you were the learner. You want to create a test account for your like as a student. Once things are implemented, you can go in and actually test it as the student to see how they see it, to see their view. You can see if there's any issues that may arise or anything that they might have to do as an additional step other than something that is the norm. When you go through things as the learner, it helps you to better explain how to do it, how to sign up. You can even use this opportunity to create guides for your students to show them step by step how to go through each step of whatever it is that you're implementing. This definitely decreases the confusion. It helps the learner go through it step by step. So even if they don't need it, if they miss a step or something goes wrong, they can always go back and check to see if they had done something right. And then if they do have an issue, it helps you as the educator be able to resolve that issue in a timely fashion. And if it's something that you haven't seen before or can't resolve, it allows you to say, hey, I'm not aware of that issue. I haven't seen that in my testing. You might want to reach out to the support for this application, or you might can reach out for them. And it kind of speeds up that process so the learner isn't falling behind. That's today's video, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this channel is all about equipping educators and teachers with creating engaging and online learning environments. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please like this video if you found it useful. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that I'm putting out great content. And they share this with other educators and teachers. So as always, be blessed, and I will see you in our next video.